The story she kept replaying, Forgiveness. This is a story about the awake explorers, whose 21st awakening adventure begins when an old hurt returns through a single message. As one of them prepares to defend the past all over again, they discover that forgiveness is not pretending nothing happened. It is becoming willing to question the meaning still being carried. The female awake explorer stopped walking. Her phone had buzzed. A name appeared on the screen. Someone she had not heard from in almost a year. The message was short. I've been thinking about what happened. I'm sorry. I hope you're well. The male explorer noticed her expression. You okay? She handed him the phone. He read the message. Do you want to answer? No. She took the phone back, then added, maybe. They continued walking. Within minutes, the old story returned. What had been said, what had not been said. The promises, the disappointment. The moment she decided she could never trust that person again. It took me months to get over that, she said. Her friend looked at her. Did you? She stopped. What does that mean? You're talking like it happened this morning. She frowned. That doesn't mean I haven't forgiven. No, but you sound like you're still standing in the same room. They sat on a bench overlooking the river. The female explorer opened the old message thread. There it was. A digital museum. Screenshots. Arguments. Apologies. Silences. Evidence. She scrolled. Her smartwatch vibrated. Course correction. Forgiveness does not erase what happened. It releases the meaning that keeps the hurt alive now. She read it slowly. The male explorer waited. Finally, she said, I don't want forgiveness to mean saying what happened was okay. Then don't make it mean that. I don't want to trust someone who hasn't earned trust. Then don't. She looked at him. That sounds almost too practical. He smiled. You're welcome. She looked back at the message. For years, forgiveness had sounded like surrender. If she forgave, maybe she would lose the case. Maybe the other person would escape responsibility. Maybe her pain would become meaningless. But another possibility was beginning to appear. What if forgiveness was not about changing the past? What if it was about changing what she was asking the past to do now? She closed the message thread. The river moved below them. What are you still asking it to do? The male explorer asked. She thought, protect me. How? By reminding me what people can do. He nodded. Anything else? Prove I was right. Useful? She laughed softly. Not especially. And? She looked down. Keep me from being that vulnerable again. That one hurt. The old story had become armor. Heavy armor, but familiar. Later, they stopped at a small bakery. The female explorer ordered tea and sat near the window. She reopened the message. Her thumb hovered over the keyboard. She typed, Thank you. I appreciate the message. Then stopped. Too easy, too cold, too forgiving. She deleted it. Typed again. I'm still angry about what happened. Deleted that too. The male explorer looked over. You don't have to answer today. She exhaled. I know. That was surprisingly freeing. Forgiveness did not require immediate contact. It did not require reconciliation. It did not require reopening a relationship that no longer felt healthy. Maybe it began before any outward action. With willingness. She opened a blank note instead. She wrote, What happened hurt me. I made it mean I was foolish to trust. I made it mean closeness is dangerous. I made it mean I must never forget. She stared at the last line. Never forget. That was different from learning. Learning said I can notice patterns. I can make wiser choices. I can set boundaries. Grievance said, keep the wound open so you remember. She closed her eyes. I think I've been using pain as protection. The male explorer nodded. That sounds exhausting. It is. They finished their drinks. Outside, evening lights began reflecting on the river. The female explorer looked at the original message once more. Then she typed, Thank you for reaching out. What happened was painful for me, and I'm still clear about the boundaries I need, but I don't want to keep carrying anger. I wish you well. She did not press send, not yet. She placed the phone face down. The male explorer smiled. Progress? Maybe. Forgiveness? Maybe. She looked toward the water. What mattered most was not whether the message was sent. Something had already shifted. She could remember without reliving. She could be honest without attacking. She could keep a boundary without keeping the wound. The past had not changed, but it no longer had to keep happening in the present. The two explorers stood and continued along the river. After a few steps, she smiled. I think forgiveness is less dramatic than I expected. He nodded. Most freedom probably is. She glanced at her watch. No new notification. She did not need one. For the first time, the story behind her felt like a story, not a sentence.